Yo guys, welcome back, and in today's video we got a few things planned. We're gonna wire up the main switch for the battery. Today we're also taking off a lower control arm on the chassis, which I'm gonna be bringing to a fabricating shop here tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about making some extended lower control arms for the Firebird. You can see I have adjustable control arms, so basically we are just gonna buy longer sleeves or whatever, so we extend it more. And then we still have the threads in it, so we can still adjust it, camber, caster, and stuff like that. So there we go, guys, we got the control arm off, and yeah, we had to kind of lay the frame on the wheel. We don't have more jack stands. So what I'm gonna do now, as we don't really can do anything else on the suspension stuff right now, is I'm gonna install the battery, or at least run the wires to the battery in the trunk.
So right now we got the original wire harness coming down over here, and the battery is gonna sit on this small platform right here. So we're gonna start by just running one end of the wire through over here, yes, and then we can take it from there, and then we're gonna clip it in to these nice clips right here. There you go. Very nice. This is like made for it. Firebird was just thinking, damn, we're gonna run in the Trans Am series. We're gonna have the battery in the trunk and I don't know, something. We just stripped the battery cable and got this connector on. So there we go, guys, we got this wire nice and tucked, running it all the way over there to the grommet. So that's real nice, not going anywhere. And the ground cable is just gonna attach right there, and we're gonna drill right into the chassis down here somewhere. But we're gonna wait till we're gonna make the mount for the battery itself, because then we can maybe just let one of the mount bolts for the bracket go straight through the ground strap too. So everything is nice and tucked into this rail down here, and also up against this panel too, so that's real nice.
Alright, hear me now.
Hear me now, both.
So basically, we gotta build some kind of setup for the battery so we can mount that, right? Basically, we made this lid for the battery or whatever. Then we're gonna weld in some structure on the sides, and we're just gonna run some, like, I don't know, 10 inches bolt through down to the body. And then we're also gonna make a little bracket in front of the battery, something like this, weld it into the body so the battery can like fall out or whatever. So now we're gonna cut this up to size, and we're gonna weld in some supports right here. So very nice. I like.
Wow, it's very nice.
You can see Oscar is currently painting the engine bay, looking very nice. We got some primer, then we use a little bit of like a thin layer of a spray kitty. We are using a little bit of the spray kitty. I have no idea what it's called. This thing right here. That stuff, I don't know. And then of course we finish it off with a nice black coat over here. It's not gonna be gloss, and it's not gonna be matte. It's gonna be right in between. Very nice. So we're just gonna cut these two nice thick pieces of metal right here that we're gonna weld on to that thing right there. So we got this nice bracket done. Look at them welds. Damn. Y'all wanna hire me or something? Like, no? Okay. So there we go, guys, we got the battery mounted and it looks pretty nice. I'm not quite sure about the ground wire yet, but for now we're basically just using one of the mount bolts. There we go, got the terminals cut down a little bit shorter. And then we'll also grind it out, relief in the circle, so you basically can put the main switch in and out or whatever. So the next thing we got here is the cable itself. We're gonna run that through the car right here. And that's gonna sit above the hood, so it's also accessible from the outside. And then the cable gonna run into the switch on the dash and pull the red split or whatever. So I'm gonna try to set this up in some clever way. Oh yes, very nice. So the yep. So guys, just got the switch mounted. Everything is nice and ran perfectly right now. I ended up making these two mounts using a bolt and a nut to hold down the cable, so it wouldn't pull the whole cable itself, but only the cable inside of the cable. Cable. Exactly, you know what I mean. So we got a nice wire coming in here. And then in here, as you can see, I ended up cutting a hole into the dashboard. So basically the wire just comes out here, and then when you pull the lever outside, this thing goes up here. And hopefully the 90-degree turn, I mean the switch can turn 180 degrees, right? But hopefully it's enough to turn it 90 degrees to turn it off, because I'm not able to get the cable to turn the switch to the full rotation or whatever, so hopefully this is enough. So I actually had a little problem with the main switch. It actually didn't turn off all the way. It had to turn like, I don't know, 100 or 110 degrees instead of only 90, so the contact wasn't touching each other inside of the switch. Never mind. I finally got the cable ran up under the dashboard to a nice little mount up here, and then it's gonna run over here into the main switch. So now I'm gonna have to cut this thick cable, so we're gonna have to use an angle grinder because I don't have anything else. So we officially got the wires ran with these nice rubber hangers or whatever right here, and now we're gonna cut the wire to length. So I marked it right here, and we're just gonna cut it with an angle grinder. So haters gonna hate, you know. A lot of smoke in here. Look at that melted copper right there. Great. There we go guys, we got the wire with the terminal and of course the red flex tape water on, so you know that it's a plus and not a ground, so you don't fuck up. So now we got some wire here, and I'm just gonna... So there we go guys, everything is officially wired up now. We got all the terminals ran up to the switch. The only thing I have to wire in is the little resistor to ground, which I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do yet, as it's like kind of strange small wires coming from the resistor, so I think you have to kind of melt them together or something. I'm not quite sure yet, but everything is hooked up. As you saw, everything works. Then you can hear it flipped over inside the cabin. Very cool. Now the only problem I had, which I think you guys should know too, if you ever mount it in some way where the wire is not able to pull the switch the full rotation, it is spring loaded, but in my case, it kind of got stuck. The red part of the switch, the splitter or whatever, it was really tight in there, so the spring wasn't really enough to pop it the rest of the way. So, if you're ever in that situation, give it some lubricant and stuff like that, and turn it back and forward a few times so it grinds off the excess material or whatever. You want to pull the cable just a little bit, and then the spring load itself in the switch gonna do the rest of the work and disconnect the battery or whatever. The thing is, with the way I set up the cable, you're only able to like pull the switch maybe like 80 degrees of the full 180 degrees the switch can turn or whatever. Check if the spring load thing is working, or you have to wire the cable in some way where it can pull the switch around the full 180 degrees turn. But each way works. In today's video, we got the battery mounted, we got a battery mount, we got all the wires ran up to the dashboard, we got the switch wired, and we also got the wire through the firewall here to wire it up to the starter once the frame is back on the car. So yeah, real awesome, real nice. That was honestly the last thing that we missed to be legal inside the rules or whatever. Now we just need the right hardware for the harness or whatever, which I'm not able to find anywhere. So if you guys know where I can find an M14 by 2 or like eye-bolt, then please let me know down below in the description, or if you have any, let me know, because I'm not able to find it. And in English, on America, that would be a 1/2 inch by 3, I think. Oh, sorry, by 13, I think. Like 13 course thread or something. And the only last thing that I want to get, but I actually don't need, I guess. Right now I have a powder fire extinguisher, which I do not recommend, and I don't want to use it again. So I'm gonna buy a foam one, which is like $100 or something. It's pretty damn expensive, or 150 something, but it's definitely worth it for the value of the car, I guess. So we're definitely gonna get that. And then when we get the solid body mounts or whatever, we're gonna throw the frame back on, I think. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna pull the engine yet. We might. You'll find out in the next video or something, but we'll see. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, then don't forget to smack a like and subscribe button down below.